Welcome to Wisdom Matrix 1111. Have you ever wondered, what if reality is not as fixed as it seems? What if the life you are experiencing right now is not just shaped by your actions, but also by your thoughts, your emotions, and the state you consistently live in? What if your inner world, your beliefs, your focus, your emotional state is constantly influencing which version of reality you step into? This is where the concept of quantum field manifestation begins. Not as something mystical or unrealistic, but as a different way of understanding the relationship between your inner state and your outer experience. So now the question is not just, how do you create the life you want, but something deeper. Who do you need to become to naturally align with the life you are trying to create? Today, we'll explore 5 key aspects of quantum field manifestation and how they may begin to shift the way you see reality and your place within it. Quantum field manifestation is often described as the process of aligning your consciousness, emotions, and beliefs with a deeper layer of reality, a field of infinite possibilities that exists beyond what you can immediately see. The idea is not that you magically control reality, but that your inner state plays a significant role in how reality unfolds in your life. Instead of forcing outcomes, you begin to align with possibilities. Instead of chasing results, you begin to embody them. To understand this more clearly, let's explore 5 key aspects of quantum field manifestation. The first aspect is the quantum field. In modern physics, the quantum field is often described as a fundamental layer of reality where particles exist as probabilities before becoming physical matter. Some manifestation teachings use this concept as a metaphor for infinite possibilities, a field where different potential outcomes exist before they take form in the physical world. Imagine 2 people losing their jobs at the same time. One sees it as the end of stability and falls into fear and hopelessness. The other sees it as an opportunity to start something new, learn new skills, or move into a better direction. The external event is the same, but the possibilities each person sees are completely different. One enters a reality of limitation, the other enters a reality of opportunity. This shows that even within the same situation, multiple paths exist, and your inner state, the way you think, feel, perceive, and interpret reality, helps determine which possibility you move toward. From this perspective, reality is not completely fixed. It is dynamic, responsive, and full of potential. This means your future is not a rigid structure already written in stone. It's more like a range of possibilities waiting to be experienced. And your awareness, beliefs, and actions influence which possibilities become part of your life. So quantum manifestation begins with understanding that reality may be more flexible than it appears, and that possibility always exists beyond current circumstances. The second aspect is the observer effect. In quantum physics, observation influences how particles behave at the microscopic level. In manifestation teachings, this idea is often used as a symbolic explanation of how attention and expectation shape experience. Your mind constantly observes reality, your beliefs interpret situations, your expectations influence decisions, your focus directs attention. Over time, this creates patterns. If you expect opportunity, you begin to notice opportunity. If you expect rejection, you begin to notice rejection. If you expect growth, you begin to move toward growth. Now think about someone who believes that people cannot be trusted. Every time they meet someone new, they become guarded, distant, and suspicious. Because of this behavior, relationships become cold and disconnected. Eventually, people start keeping their distance from them, and this confirms their belief that people cannot be trusted. But in reality, their internal expectations shaped how they interacted with others, which then shaped the experience they received. The observer inside them influenced the reality they experienced. Remember, your subconscious beliefs become the dominant observer of your life experience. This doesn't mean you control everything in the universe, but it does mean your perception and mental framework shape the reality you consistently experience. And once you change the observer within, your external experience gradually begins to shift as well. The third aspect is coherence between mind and heart. Quantum manifestation emphasizes that your internal signal must be clear and aligned. When your thoughts and emotions move in the same direction, your energy becomes coherent. You think with clarity, you feel with certainty, you act with confidence. This creates a strong internal signal. But when thoughts and emotions conflict, incoherence appears. You may think about success, but feel fear. You may want abundance but feel unworthy. You may desire change but feel doubt. This creates internal resistance, and resistance weakens your direction and slows your progress. Imagine you want to build a successful business. Your mind says, "I want to grow and succeed," but your heart feels fear and self-doubt. So you hesitate to take action. You delay decisions. You avoid opportunities. This creates slow or inconsistent progress. But when your thoughts and emotions align, when you believe in your direction and feel confident about it, your actions become clearer. You take steps more consistently, you communicate more openly, and you move forward with less resistance. Ultimately, progress becomes faster and smoother. This is what happens when your mind and heart are in coherence. Inner coherence naturally leads to coherence in action. Remember, coherence happens when your mind believes and your heart feels aligned with the same vision. In this state, decisions become clearer, actions become easier, and movement toward your goals becomes more natural. The fourth aspect is embodiment over desire. Many people believe manifestation is about wanting something strongly, but quantum manifestation suggests something different. Desire alone is not enough, because desire often comes from a feeling of lack. When you constantly desire something, you are subconsciously reinforcing the idea that you do not have it. Embodiment changes this. Instead of constantly wanting success, you begin to live like a person who is already growing. Instead of wanting confidence, you begin to act with confidence in small daily actions. Instead of waiting for peace, you begin to create peace in your daily life. You move from wishing to being. You shift from chasing to embodying. Let's take someone who wants to be confident. They keep saying, "I want confidence, I want confidence, I want confidence." But in daily life, they avoid speaking, avoid challenges, and avoid new experiences. Nothing changes. Now think about another person who starts practicing confidence in small ways. They speak up in meetings, they express their ideas, and they take small risks in conversations. They may not feel fully confident at first, but they begin to embody confidence through action. Over time, confidence becomes part of who they are. They don't just desire confidence, they live it. And through embodiment, their reality gradually transforms. This is the shift that begins to happen when you embody the state of your desired future. Your energy, behavior, and decisions begin to reflect that reality naturally. Finally, the fifth aspect. The fifth aspect is surrender and action. This is where quantum manifestation becomes balanced and grounded. Surrender does not mean doing nothing, and action doesn't mean forcing everything. It is the combination of both. You take aligned action, clear, calm, and purposeful steps toward your goals. At the same time, you release attachment to immediate results. You stop forcing timelines. You stop fighting reality. You stop operating from fear and pressure. Instead, you act with intention and allow outcomes to unfold naturally. For example, if you are looking for a new job, You prepare your resume, improve your skills, apply to different companies, and attend interviews. You do your part with focus and effort. But after each interview, instead of worrying constantly or forcing outcomes, you allow the process to unfold. You don't panic if one company rejects you. You don't assume that everything is failing. You simply continue improving and applying with a calm mindset. Eventually, the right opportunity appears, sometimes in a place you did not expect. This is surrender and action working together. You take consistent action, but you release fear and attachment to immediate results. You move forward with effort while trusting that the right door will open at the right time. If you're trying to build a meaningful relationship, if you chase, pressure, and try to control the other person's feelings, tension appears and the connection weakens. But when you show genuine interest, communicate honestly, and allow the relationship to grow naturally, connection becomes more authentic and stable. You take action by showing up and being present, and you surrender by allowing the relationship to develop at its own pace. This balance creates harmony instead of resistance. So in essence, this balance between action and surrender creates a powerful state of flow. You move forward with effort, but without tension. You take action, but without desperation, and you trust the process while continuing to grow. In this balance between surrender and action, manifestation becomes less about forcing outcomes and more about directing your actions while allowing results to take shape in their own time. So there you have it, quantum manifestation and the 5 key aspects behind it. When you begin to understand the quantum field, observe your internal patterns, bring your mind and heart into coherence, embody your desired state, and act with surrender, quantum manifestation starts to feel less like something distant or mysterious and more like a process of inner transformation, because in the end, it's not just about changing your reality, it's about changing the way you show up within it. Thank you for tuning in to Wisdom Matrix 1111. If you found this valuable, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who's on a similar path. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your reflections might help someone who needs it. Until next time, keep embodying the power of quantum manifestation and let your reality begin to reflect who you are becoming. Peace.